Hey, it's Corey with Freedom Investing Group, and I am going to do a few videos on syndications. Ooh, fun. I'm out here again, taking a little break from my run, walk up the hill and film this. Anyway, so syndications, what are they? And first and foremost, I am not an expert. I've done a few. So I'm going to share what I know. But the first thing to know is if you want to try to be the sponsor of one of these things, you need a syndication attorney. So before I say anything else, take everything with a shaker of salt. So what are they? It's this word. It sounds kind of intimidating and complicated, but really all it means is you are pooling money from a bunch of people so that you can go purchase a large investment property. And typically it's one that's larger than any one of those people on their own could purchase. So you kind of all pool your funds so you can get into a big one. That's kind of the purpose. Oh, sorry, I'm out of breath. There's a couple, when you do a syndication, there are kind of like two different types of people that are involved. They're the people that are doing the work, and they're the people that are providing the money, and the work people can also provide money. So people will refer to these as the people doing the work as GP or general partner, and the people providing the funds that are not doing work as a limited partner. Limited, their liability is limited, and their involvement is limited to just contributing funds and nothing else. It can also be, sometimes that's if it's structured as a partnership. If it's structured as an LLC, basically the same thing, but you would then be called a manager and a member. But anyway, so the way it works is one of the sponsor of the deal, like for us, it's Freedom Investing Group. We've done just a few of these. Will collect funds from a bunch of investors. In our case, we're using an LLC, so we're the manager and the investors are the members. And they put up some funds. We also, like if I personally, which I always have so far, put up some of my funds for the deal too, then I'm also a member on the money side. And so then the people doing the work get some portion of the equity for doing the work, and the people putting up the money get some portion of the equity for putting up the money. So it's kind of a cool deal. You can take down bigger deals than you could otherwise. It gives a lot of people a way to get into real estate passively without having to do all the work. So it provides a great opportunity for people. And yeah, it just kind of opens up a lot more opportunity to buy a lot more properties and advance your real estate investing game. So that's kind of the big picture of all it is. There's some trickery to it. As far as legalities, it is regulated by the Securities and Exchange Commission. Anytime someone's providing money in expectation of a profit where they're not going to do any of the work, it becomes a security. And so then thus the Securities and Exchange Commission regulates it. You, for a real estate deal, will want to find an exception to needing to register with the Securities and Exchange Commission, because I think that's like a very long and expensive, think like 6 figures process if you were to actually register. So what everybody does is they get these exemptions. There's a bunch of them out there. The ones that typically get used are Regulation D 506B, Regulation D 506C, and I think there's like Regulation A+. I don't know much about that one. That's the crowdfunding one. But what most people do are 506Bs and 506Cs. We have done 506Bs for ours. This means that anyone that's coming into our deal, we have a pre-existing relationship with. We cannot advertise any of our deals, but we can let people in that are unaccredited as long as they're sophisticated enough to understand what they're getting into. And we know them. This is like the friends and family one, basically. And then there's also 506C, where you can advertise, but then everyone's got to be accredited. So those are kind of the big picture things with it. But yeah, it's kind of cool. So yeah, I'll do some more episodes of this about some more details of syndication. And yeah, I hope you found that valuable. It's not that crazy, scary thing. It just means pooling money to buy a property. So cheers.